It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares, our We're from Dallas, Fern Fitzgerald. Jayne Kennedy. From Real People, Rafferty. Marcia Wallace. From Search for Tomorrow, Arrants. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Thank you very much. We thank you for showing up here. We do need your help. We couldn't do it without you. But we hope you're going to be reasonable about this and not boo in places where you're not supposed to
yes,
boo, okay?
Remember they booed at my shoulders yesterday?
That's right. She's got great shoulders.
Well, you deserve that.
There they are.
My kind
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Everybody all set up here?
I was born ready.
Anyone want to talk about or get out of the way before we go on here?
I think our contestants want to play.
They want to play?
I think they're ready to go.
I don't think
Does it take long to curl that? Only kidding.
Sure.
All right, let's greet our two players over here. They are Jeanette Plana and Donna Gilbert Upchurch. Now, we want to get acquainted. We'll begin with you, Jeanette Plana. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Gene. I'm a part-time student going for my major in business management. I'm from a small town called Hawkins in Wisconsin. I live there right now. And I love to play tennis, and I love music and art.
All right, Janet, you sound like you've got a busy life. And Donna, tell us about you.
Well, I'm 22 years old.
You don't have to tell us everything, Donna.
I just got married 5 weeks ago. My husband is going to go into the Air Force. He's leaving in June. And I'm a hairdresser. Live in Escondido, born there. When he leaves, I get out of Escondido.
You mean you're going to leave the dreaded valley?
Definitely.
All right. We'll play the match game now. Each of you will have 3 chances to match as many of the stars as you can. The one who's done that most often will be the winner. Go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Now, Jeanette, you won the toss, so we'll ask you to go first.
A, please.
All right. Here it is. Vinny said, "My neighborhood is so tough." Stay out of show business. All I got to say to you.
Lively bunch.
So tough, we're going to have our own Olympics. I'm entered in the very toughest event, hurling blanks. Tough event, hurling blank.
And the neighborhood is tough?
The neighborhood is tough. Sure.
See, it's a tough neighborhood.
Exactly.
Did you live in a tough neighborhood in New York?
No, Valley Stream.
Oh, no,
Nice
Valley
place.
Stream.
Nice place.
Excuse me, I live in Brooklyn.
Vinny said, "My neighborhood is so tough, we're going to have our own Olympics. I'm entered in the very toughest event, hurling blanks."
Police cars.
Police cars, that'd be tough. Okay,
Very good.
that's one good possibility. Jayne, no doubt you have another.
Yes, I hope it's a good one. Hurdling blades, like knives.
Blades, knives.
What was the bzz? Does that mean the director doesn't like that?
No, you've never heard that
You've never heard the
before.
buzzer?
But the buzzer means that it's not a match, that's all.
Means it's a terrible answer.
No, nothing personal. No. No, it's simple.
There is no such
match.
thing as a terrible
That's
answer.
right, and no right or wrong answers here. Just
Now, you know,
depends on-
I've had
Come on,
an
Marcia.
awfully hard week. I mean, you've all just been hateful to me. All my serious attempts at comedy and all my quippy answers and everything, they booed at my shoulders. So I'm going to sit here demurely today, not cause any trouble. And if that doesn't work, take off my clothes.
Okay. Hey!
I don't want trouble from that judge, whom I never liked. I'm
Anything
going to go
for
out there and
attention.
smack him and or her. Cars!
Cars.
Cars?
All right.
I think they don't like you.
There are all kinds of cars. You know, ambulances and
That's right.
patrol cars.
What a rip-off.
Good!
We appreciate your sentiment. Send us a letter.
And if they didn't like that,
They're going to hate yours.
I was a tough neighborhood. I went to a tough school.
Oh, really?
Parochial school.
No
Yes,
kidding.
St. Dominic's of abuse.
Tough. The
All
nuns used to hit your knuckles
Yes,
with
they
the
used to-
ruler?
yes, and
Oh,
they
I
used to-
hated that. I
yes.
hated that.
And they used barbed wire for dental floss. This was a tough
Oh,
school.
right.
That's why I came up with my answer, bodies.
Bodies. Tough neighborhood. We're going to have our own Olympics. I'm in it in the very toughest event, hurling bodies, he said. She said hurling police cars. What do you
No
say?
kidding, Bill. Hey, you know, I am a graduate of the Institute of Driver Training.
There you
right
go.
next door. But I learned at school that the whole is the sum of all its parts. Therefore, a police car contains within it cops. It's a match.
Wrong.
Put them together.
Let's hear the
I
buzzer.
didn't even hear the buzz, though. Maybe they're thinking about it.
Maybe we could talk him into
Oh, I almost talked it into it.
You weren't thinking about that, were you? Well, then how come the late buzzer?
They were daydreaming.
Oh, all right.
Buzz them again.
Hello, Fern.
None of us matched. Gangs. This
Gang,
is a tough
hurling gang.
neighborhood.
Fern, what's your real name?
They said
Wait a minute,
no,
hold
huh?
everything. What's your real name?
Fern.
No, come on now, tell us your real name.
Change your name to Fern, would you?
Hey, that's a beautiful name.
Fern is a lovely name.
Thank you.
But I
My
just
brothers
wonder-
have lovely names too. Errol, Glenn, and Lance.
Errol, Glenn, and Lance?
Sure, we didn't want to be just every Tom,
I
Dick,
mean,
and
is
Harry.
Fern diminutive and anything or anything like that?
No.
Just same Fern.
That's it.
Okay. Hey there, how are you?
Hi, Jayne.
Good.
Yourself?
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
I'm from Brooklyn.
And
We throw neighbors.
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 All right.
Neighbors?
So,
Neighbors?
Donna, let's see what we've got for you. Farmer Bob said, my new farmhand is really stupid. This morning he tried to milk the blank.
Farmhand.
Stupid farmhand. This morning he tried to milk the blank.
Very cute, John.
I don't know.
All right?
Not a winner, but very cute.
We'll be the judge of that.
Donna, Farmer Bob said, he says, my new farmhand is really stupid. This morning he tried to milk the blank.
The answer.
Chickens?
Chickens. All right, anything around there.
They like it.
Try to milk the chickens. It's
I
very difficult.
I did not have chickens.
No?
Did not have chickens. You know, the milkmaids.
But the milkmaid.
Hey,
Yeah, we
that old
understand.
Christmas story, you know.
Yeah. 7 maids of milking,
Yeah.
4 mother, 3 French hens, 2 turtles, and a partridge in a pear tree. Thank you. All right.
Who told you could sing?
Oh, we got out of that one, didn't we?
We certainly did.
Saved your career, Jayne. All right, Marcia.
All right, Jayne.
Hello,
You want to
darling.
be all right? You want to get right to it? Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, chicken.
Hey! That's 1. Yay, Marcia. All right, Bill.
Chicken.
That's 2.
Chickens.
This morning he tried to milk the chicken, according to her.
Well, the whole is the sum of all its parts, so therefore anything on a farm matches anything else, right?
No.
So I said horse.
Wrong. Milk a horse.
Quicker buzzer that time, though.
I have to go now.
Stick around. Horse. 2 horses.
What's wrong with the horse?
A cow, a horse. I carry.
Rod.
I'm not afraid, just chicken.
Chicken. So there we have the end of round 1. Donna's ahead 3-0. Round 2 coming up right after this for you. Here we go with round 2. Bing. Donna, you're ahead. We'll ask you to go first.
A, please.
A. All right. Mrs. Rodney Rotten said to little Rodney,
I take objection to this.
turn off that terrible record you're playing. And little, is that your whole name, Rodney?
You didn't hear it here.
It's really fun. He changed it.
It's Fern. And little Rodney Rotten said, that's not a record. I just put the cat in the blank.
Jayne. One more time.
Betty White will call you up. She wants
Yes.
that question out.
We're only kidding, Betty. We don't mean it. Turn off that terrible record you're playing. And little Rodney said, that's not a record. I just put the cat in the blank.
Ah, I have the answer.
You too?
All right.
No, I have the answer. I can see you don't.
You don't have to write, Fern.
Rod, you matched
Fern
the
Arrants
previous
doesn't have to
round, so
write.
you don't. All right, here we go. Donna. Mrs. Rodney Rotten said to little Rodney, turn off that terrible record you're playing. And little Rodney Rotten said, that's not a record. I just put the cat in the blank.
Toilet?
Ooh. I don't think you understood the question, Donna. You really didn't understand it, because that really wouldn't make a lot of noise, would it?
Dawn, go away.
Poor little kitty cat. In the washer.
In the washer. Better. All right. What do you say, John?
What's red and furry and goes 100 miles an hour? A cat in a blender.
Right. Hello, Fern.
Oh, I can do this too? This
Yeah.
is the answer, microwave.
Microwave.
Come on,
We're just sicker than the contestant.
So, now, Jeanette, you got a chance to catch up here. Let's see if you do it. Mona said, I think my boyfriend used to work in a deli. After we make love, instead of a cigarette, he smokes a blank. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, Jeanette. Mona said, I think my boyfriend used to work in a deli. After we make love, you know what that is, don't you? Yes. After we make love, instead of a cigarette, he smokes a blank.
Those tubes of salami?
A tube of salami?
Yeah. Well, you know those, they're long like that.
Oh, Jayne.
Okay. Why?
Get a grip on your...
Grip. Well, you know, we used to give those away on the old Tonight Show, those salami things, yeah. A tube of salami. Salami is the answer.
Grown man.
What do you got?
Does that match sausage?
How about that? No? I tell you why we can't match that, because it could be blutwurst or
but he's getting on
salmon
my
or
nerves.
smoked anything else. Salami is a special thing.
And a salami in a pear tree.
All right, there's one. Show us your salami.
I am.
All
Here
right,
it is.
here it is. Score is now 3-2. 2 salamis up there. Do we have any salamis down here? I ask you.
Well, I hope the judges are going to give us this, though, because I didn't say a tube of salami. I just said salami. Is that
That's
okay?
it. Tie score. Show us your salami.
I said a tube of salami.
All right. 4-3. She's on a roll, Rod.
That's right. A chub of salami.
No one, I'm surprised, said smoked salmon. Another deli item. All right, so there's a end of round 2, 5-3. Jeanette's ahead. Round 3, the final round, right after this. Here we go with round 3. Final round.
No, right. Oh.
Now, Jeanette, you're ahead. This time you go first.
I would like B, please.
B. That's this one, right?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
As in Brad.
Ronald Reagan is so old. You really got to
66?
rehearse this bunch, Jayne.
How old is he, Ben? 66?
Ronald Reagan is so old, when he was a kid, they didn't have dogs yet, so instead, little Ronnie had a pet blank.
They like that.
Who played? Jayne?
Yeah, Jayne and Jayne.
Jayne is the only one.
I'm the only one?
You
How
are
does
the
that
only
happen?
one, because she has 5.
Right. She didn't have a salami.
All our eyes are on you.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Let me see. ESP. What is she going to say? Had a pet.
Right. Go ahead.
Get this answer.
Little mental, you got a little mental telepathy going there, Jayne?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out if your
Okay.
mental telepathy worked. Jeanette, Ronald Reagan is so old, when he was a kid, they didn't have dogs yet, so instead...
Oh,
All right,
got
Jayne,
it.
you know what your punishment is going to be?
Well, see, I figured it would be ESP, and I thought you'd know that I was ready also.
Oh, well, I know you're ready.
Hey, a poor excuse is better than none.
Ronald Reagan is so old, when he was a kid, they didn't have dogs yet, so instead little Ronnie had a pet blank.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
That is such a good answer.
You look dismayed as if you didn't have that and the
I didn't
mental
have that,
telepathy
and it
did
is-
not work.
Gosh, it's such a good answer. I said rat.
A pet rat.
John, though, he had that answer.
Right. All right, so you stay at 5, and you are at 3, which means you need 2 to tie and 3 to win. Donna, here it is. Clint Eastwood.
Here's Squint.
Where is Marty Cohen? Anybody here do Clint? You do Clint, don't you?
Make my day.
Anyway, I'll do the, you say the thing there. Clint Eastwood has been playing tough guys too long. When he got up this morning, he grabbed his gray-haired housekeeper and said,
Make my
blank. Make. It's go ahead, punk, make my blank. You understand? When he got up this morning, he grabbed his gray-haired housekeeper and said, go ahead, punk, make my blank. You got it. Put it in the slot and away do it. You are the perfect person.
Thank you, dear.
I understand now. It's all come clear to me.
All right, Donna. Clint Eastwood has been playing tough guys too long. When he got up this morning, he grabbed his gray-haired housekeeper and said, go ahead, punk, make my blank.
Bed.
Bed it is. Splendid answer. You play, Jayne.
This is not my day.
Not your day?
Not my day.
Make my day. You said.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he says, right?
Yeah, but you see, when you play this game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that go and get involved in make my day.
Really?
Jayne, you're going to have to get her some private tutoring.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Find her maybe a lynch mob.
I think, how would you like to finish the rest of the show? And I'll take her to my dressing
It's your
room
duty.
and give her a little private tutoring.
It's your job.
That's my job, right. It's a dirty job. It's not... All right, what do you say here? Go ahead, punk, make my...
Yeah, I think you're going to do a little better down here. I said, make my bed.
Make my bed. For the score. One more bed will tie the score.
And she's going to do better than that. Get it? Better?
Better. 5-5 tie score. Well, we've got a tie, so that means we have to go to a tiebreaker. And I do that by pushing this button there, revealing the tie-breaking question. Here it is. Lucky blank. Lucky blank. All right, now in front of you, but out of sight of the stars, are 4 good responses to that question. Donna, your seats were determined by a lot, and the rule is you go first. You tell me which of the answers you want by number. Don't say any words. You want number 1, 2, 3, or 4 for lucky blank.
2.
You want number 2. You've got number 2. All right, Jeanette, of the remaining ones, which one do you want?
1, please.
You want number 1? And I will give that to you. I'm going to go over here and ask the celebrities to give us verbal responses to that. And as soon as you hear your answer, you let me know in some loud way. Okay? Here we go. Jayne, you were first. A verbal response. Lucky blank.
Lucky penny.
Lucky penny. Nobody has that over there. Marcia.
Jayne.
Oh, darling.
Darling. Count your lucky stars?
Lucky stars.
I see.
Neither one of them
Rolling
has
right
that.
along.
Yes. Bill?
Well, for one of these ladies, maybe it's their lucky day.
Come on down, Donna. Right there on the mark. Well, Jeanette, you gave her a good battle.
Thank you.
Jeanette, it was a pleasure to have you with us. We're going to send you some gifts. Thank you for being here, Jeanette Plana. Hello and congratulations to you. Time now to switch to Hollywood Squares. We're going to bring on 3 more celebrities here in a moment or so. Here comes the rest of our furniture. I'm going to switch places with John. Lots more excitement coming up here. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive a Roper Easy Touch microwave oven featuring computerized cooking with 3 memory levels. Let you automatically program exactly the right temperature, power, and cooking time for any foods furnished by Roper. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares. Power with Marty Cohen. From Dukes of Hazzard, Sorrell Booke. From One Day at a Time, Michael Lembeck. Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
Okay, we're going to be right back to play Hollywood Squares. Be there.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Squares.
Hey, that's for you. Welcome, everybody, to the Hollywood Squares, and welcome once again to Donna Gilbert Upchurch. This must be your lucky day. You now have 1 foot out of Escondido. You might get the other one out during Hollywood Squares. We have 3 brand new celebrities: Michael Lembeck.
Hello.
Sorrell Booke. Hey. And Marty Cohen. You spelled weird wrong, though, Marty. It's okay. Sorrell. Yeah. Very good to have you here. You and I last talked, other than this week, at a parade many years ago when you were just starting the Dukes of Hazzard. And I remember your enthusiasm, having been a successful character actor for many years. Suddenly, all of America was recognizing you everywhere you went. Is it still as much fun?
It still is, yeah, if not more. I'm very pleased and grateful and gratified beyond measure. The thing is, that's very serious, isn't it? But that's true.
Absolutely. And Sorrell and I also have something in common. We're both graduates of Columbia University. Yeah, roar, lion, roar. I take it. Ready to play Hollywood Squares? Here we go. It's a good thing I can't remember the rest of the words anyway. Once again, our defending champ. She is back for her 2nd day. It was her lucky day yesterday, also her skillful day. She's returning with $11,375. Annette Roon. And I don't know how well documented this is. I think it's pretty well documented. Was there not a question missed in Hollywood Squares yesterday until the absolute final question? I believe that that is true. There was only 1 question missed all day. Your opponent missed it. We've had lots of games gone the other way in Hollywood Squares where there's almost never been a right answer. That was the most amazing playing that we have ever had yet.
Oh,
Annette.
thank you.
Congratulations. What are you going to do with that money?
Well, my mother has always wanted to go to Hawaii. And if she'll get out of her chair and go, I'll take her. Oh. All right.
Maybe you'll win some more today.
Oh.
And you can take us.
Okay.
Okay, Annette, good luck to you. We're going to play Hollywood Squares until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever's ahead at that point goes on to play Super Match. That can be worth up to $30,000. You won 10 yesterday. First game is worth $100, $25 for every square. Annette Roon, pick a star.
Marcia, please.
Annette.
I'll be doing it. Marcia Wallace, after a baby turtle hatches, will his mommy take care of him, or will he grow up without ever seeing her?
Oh, now that's acting, friends.
I think she means it.
From the Gale Storm School of Acting. You know, it is such a sad story, but that mother turtle drops him like a hot potato. Or a hot turtle.
Okay, so the turtle will grow up without ever seeing mommy, according to Marcia. Agree or disagree, Annette?
I agree.
He will grow up on his own without ever seeing his mommy. And you get the first square. Very well done. Okay, there's 1 X up there. Donna, you are playing O. Pick a star.
Michael, please.
All right, Michael Lembeck
Yes,
from
sir.
1 Day at a Time.
Hi there.
You are a Boy Scout starting a fire. According to the official Boy Scout handbook, is it okay if you use a match? Or must you light it the old-fashioned way by rubbing 2 sticks together?
I thought you were going to say you earn it, or one of those. Is it okay?
Is it all right to use a match, or do you have to rub 2 sticks together?
Or
if
is
you're
it
a Boy
mandatory
Scout?
to rub 2 sticks together?
Right.
They're laughing already. No, you may absolutely use a match. There's nothing in the handbooks that says you have to rub 2 sticks together.
Agree or disagree, Donna?
I agree.
It is perfectly okay if you use a match. Yes, makes sense, sure. You are right to agree. You get the square, and it's even. An X and an O. Annette, make your move.
Bill, please.
Yes.
All right. Bill Rafferty, your puppy has developed a pot belly. According to Barbara Woodhouse, is this more likely caused by worms or by hitting the Alpo too hard?
That's true. Alpo or worms? A puppy, right?
Yes.
I will say worms.
Agree or disagree, Annette?
I will agree.
Worms it is.
I
Yes.
know my puppy.
You're right to agree, and you get another square.
I know my puppy.
So the plot thickens immediately. 2 X's, 1 O. Where would you like to place an O, Donna?
Jayne to block, please.
You missed this one. Annette takes the first game.
I haven't been doing too well today, by the way.
It's a new game, Jayne.
We'll help.
No, I just thought I'd warn her.
It's not her fault. She
doesn't have much choice here.
Yes.
When the electricity fails, what should you do about your frozen food? Should you hose your freezer down with cold water? Or should you cover it with blankets?
Oh.
Well, I would say the most logical answer might be to cover it with blankets, because to hose it down with water, you got to take it outdoors. And that would be a tremendous feat, I would think. So the best thing is just to cover it with blankets.
So she says just cover the freezer with blankets. Agree or disagree, Donna?
I agree.
You should cover the freezer with blankets. You are perfectly right to agree. You get the square and you do block. Cover the freezer with blankets and don't open it. Ponder that while we break for these messages. See you.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
All right, 50-50, as tight as it can be. Annette Roon, you're our champ. Pick a star for an X.
Jayne to block, please.
You missed this one. The challenger has the lead. Gene Rayburn, you are the average child.
Wrong.
Do you have an imaginary playmate? Or are all of your playmates real?
Oh, no. Children's imaginations they just run rampant. And they have all kinds of imaginary playmates.
Agree or disagree, Annette?
I agree.
Block. You do have an imaginary playmate if you are the average child. Yes, it's perfectly clear. You're right to agree, and you get another X. So, the shoe is on the other foot. Pick a star, Donna.
Marty to block, please.
Yes.
You thought I misspelled weird.
I understand.
I misspelled wired. It's an entirely different thing.
Marty Cohen.
Yes, John Bauman.
Clarence Ducky Nash is known around the world for something. Is he the man who designed the space shuttle, or is he the voice of Donald Duck?
Clarence Ducky Nash is the father of Ogden Nash. Which wasn't one of the answers.
But it's fascinating.
It was fascinating. And
go back in your weird mode and come up with one of these
facts
answers.
from a small little-known region of Tierra del Fuego. Ducky, what was his name again?
Clarence Ducky Nash, and he either designed the space shuttle or is the voice of Donald Duck.
I think he designed the space shuttle.
For a very important block, agree or disagree, Donna?
I disagree.
Clarence Ducky Nash is in fact the voice of Donald Duck. You're right to disagree. You get the square and you do block. That is a very tricky question. Good playing. Tough challenger. All right, Annette, you are thwarted there. Where would you like to place an X?
Sorrell to block, please.
Right. Sorrell Booke, every night before bed, you give your long, silky tresses 100 strokes with your favorite hairbrush.
What did you say? Airbrush? You say airbrush or hairbrush?
I think you should cut down on the number myself.
Now, according to Prevention Magazine, Sorrell, is all that brushing good for you, or can it be hazardous to your hair?
Look what it did to the top.
Well, yeah. I tell you, I lost it so long ago, I never got a chance to brush much. Well, anyhow, I've heard that's true, that you shouldn't brush your hair too much.
Okay, so it can be hazardous to your hair. Agree or disagree, Annette?
I agree.
Brushing 100 strokes with your favorite hairbrush a night can be hazardous to your hair. You're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. This is a pretty full board, Donna. Pick a star.
Fern to block, please.
You missed this one, the game goes to Annette.
Oh.
You are crying because you're cutting up an onion.
Yes.
Your 6-year-old daughter is crying because you won't let her have a Mr. T haircut.
Is that with the onion story? Come on.
This is an interesting question. Are your onion tears and her emotional tears chemically the same or chemically different?
Well, if I get this wrong, my brother Lance will never forgive me. But I think that they're chemically different, because I think the reason that you cry from onions is because of fumes that go up your nose. That's what I believe, honestly.
Okay, so she says those tears are...
You're right, it's America.
Thank you, darling.
She says those tears are chemically different. Agree or disagree to block, Donna?
I agree.
Those tears are chemically different. You are perfectly right to agree. You get the square, and you do block. All right. That might have caused you some emotional tears, Annette. There's only one place left to move. The same thing happened yesterday. It was a full board. It was your move, I believe. Pick your star.
Let's do it, Rod.
All right. Okay. Rod Arrants. Where will you find more hotels? In the city of Las Vegas or in your average Monopoly set?
The city of Las Vegas.
Agree or disagree for the game?
I agree.
There are more hotels in the city of Las Vegas. You're right to agree. You get the square and you win the game. Very well done. Congratulations. Couldn't get much closer than that.
That's super.
There are only 12 hotels in a Monopoly set. 12 hotels altogether. The memory does play tricks. We will be back with a $200 game. Everything's still riding on that after these messages. All right. Annette Maroon has fewer names than Donna Gilbert Upchurch, but more money. All that could change, except for probably the names, during this $200 game. Pick a star, Donna.
Michael, please.
Michael Lembeck.
Well, I'm flattered.
An unorthodox move. What does Michael Jackson have more of? Michael Lembeck?
Money. It's got to be the answer.
Brothers and sisters or Grammy Awards?
He has more Grammy Awards. He definitely has more Grammy Awards.
Agree or disagree, Donna?
I disagree.
He has more Grammy Awards than he has brothers and sisters. No, you should have agreed with Michael Lembeck in this case. The score, 9 Grammys for Michael Jackson, only 8 brothers and sisters. Differential that is likely to increase in the future. Annette, your move.
Marcia, please.
Marcia Wallace.
Thank you, Annette.
Your opponent went away from the center square. Let's see if that strategy will work. Marcia Wallace, you're a woman and you ask a guy out.
Thank you. You're so observant, John. Yes, go on.
According to Amy Vanderbilt's everyday etiquette, should you pay for everything? Or will that make the man feel like he's just a gigolo?
Well, I don't think you have to pay him to take him out. I have very low standards, but I've never had to do that. The actual him going will be free. We're presuming that. But I think if you ask him to go out, you got to spring for it, hon. If women want to be equal, then they have to take all the same chances that men do when they ask somebody out.
A popular answer, but is it correct?
According to Amy Vanderbilt?
According to Amy Vanderbilt. Now, Marcia says you ask the guy out, you have to pay for everything. Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
According to Amy Vanderbilt, you ask the guy out, you have to pay for everything. You should have agreed with Marcia. That evens everything up. Your opponent gets that square. You have beautiful shoulders, Marcia.
Thank you.
Donna, your move.
Jayne, please.
Yes.
Jayne Kennedy.
Kennedy. Right.
When an elephant goes to sleep, does it lie down? Or do elephants only sleep standing up?
Oh, no, absolutely. They do lie down. They do.
Agree or disagree, Donna?
I agree.
An elephant can lie down to sleep. You're right to agree, and you get the square. It's as simple as that. You're going to take that lying down, Annette?
No.
Your move.
Bill, please. To block.
Bill Rafferty for a block. Otherwise, your opponent gets the game and the lead. Bill Rafferty from Real People. Does it take longer to incubate a turkey?
How long's this show been on? I'm just asking a question. Good Lord. Sir?
How come his microphone?
The car's waiting outside, Bill. Does it take longer to incubate a turkey or to watch all of Ali McGraw's movies back to back
without choking?
Riveting question.
How rude.
Yeah, what was she in, Ali McGraw? She was in...
He's taking this question rather seriously.
I'm going to buy the turkey, even though it's synonymous. I'll say it takes longer to incubate a turkey.
Agree or disagree to block, Annette?
Yeah.
I disagree.
It takes longer to incubate a turkey. You should have agreed with Bill. Your opponent gets that square and wins the game. No. To incubate a turkey, the time from when an egg is laid until it hatches, 27 days.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a pretty long time.
Okay.
Holy cow. Holy turkey.
Holy turkey.
Donna, you are in the lead, 375 to 250, but there is still plenty of time. Sweep the X's and O's off of the board, and we're going to start a $300 game. Your move, champ.
Marcia, please.
Marcia Wallace. Let's keep it going because it's still tight.
Okay, John, I won't leave then.
Your favorite Dear Abby clipping has yellowed, Marcia.
Uh-huh.
According to Heloise, how can you whiten it? Should you soak it in a mixture of club soda and milk of magnesia? Or should you stick it in the freezer?
Well, now, John, get a grip here now. I'm not the smartest gal ever to come down the pike. But if you stick that in that lovely and very attractive, I might add, liquid, all that fabulous stuff she says is going to run. Good heavens to Betsy.
5 seconds.
Thank you. Put that in the... So I would put that in the freezer. I didn't say I was going to be fascinating, just right.
Agree or disagree, Annette? Stick the yellow clipping in the freezer, she says.
I agree.
You should soak it in club soda and milk of magnesia. No, you should have disagreed with Marcia. The bell means that time is up. She has done it. She has dethroned a very good champ. Donna Gilbert Upchurch, you are our champ for the day. Congratulations. Zip right over there. Join Jayne Rayburn. Get set for your shot at the big money. Woof. Hard to believe, as good a player as you are. But she broke through. Again, it was a very well-played game. There were really not that many missed questions. You had a lovely day yesterday, and not too bad a day today. Annette Roon leaving with $11,625. Thank you. You're great. Jayne, take it away.
Okay, John, here we are with the champ. We'll be back with her, the 9 stars, for a go at the big money right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Jayne Rayburn.
Okay, Jayne, here we are. We are indeed going to play the super match, and this is her first time up here. She could win up to $30,000. Shall we begin?
Yes.
All right. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank man. Blank man. If you give us the answer they wrote down most often, it's $1,000. For the second, $500, and for the third, $250. Whom do you call on for a little assist here?
Okay, Marty.
You picked me. What a coincidence. Superman.
Superman is one.
John?
Okay, I give you Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Jayne?
Batman.
So you have Superman, Pac-Man, and Batman. You may choose one of those, or if you don't like any of them, think up one of your own.
I like Marty. Superman.
Superman.
Thank you, Lois.
Let's find out if Superman is up there. I guess they like it too. Let's see. We'll begin down at the bottom and reveal the $250 response. Policeman. Sure. That's a good one. All right.
Well, if you're going to be that way.
We surveyed 100 cops.
The $500 response says He-Man. So far, stars, you're terrific.
You gotta go. Don't worry, Lois. We'll get there in time.
All right.
That's the right answer.
We are looking for Superman. Is it under the $1,000 response? Go. Yeah! There it is. You've got $1,000. $1,000. Now that money is yours. No matter what happens from here on in, the money's yours. Don't go away from your mark there because you lose your light. And now it's time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, the star will reveal a hidden number. It'll be a 10, a 20, and there's 130 up there. We hope you get the 30 because we're going to multiply the $1,000 by whatever number is revealed. Okay, Donna, time to choose a star.
I'm going with Marty again.
Okay, Marty. 1, 2, 3, go. $20,000. $20,000.
I think we'll win. I think we'll win if you say Clark blank. I think we'll win. Other than that,
we're... All right. Blank Park. P-A-R-K. Blank Park. Marty's ready, Donna. You collect the $20,000 simply by matching him. What do you put in the blank?
Griffith?
Ooh, Griffith Park. That's a park out here in Los Angeles. All right. Marty, she says Griffith Park will match you.
I was hoping that you had been to the East Coast. I said Central Park.
Central Park. I guess.
What'd you have, Fern?
She doesn't get the $20,000. We're sorry about that. But Central Park, I guess, is the most famous park in the entire universe. And it hasn't been a total loss for you because you have a total of $1,400. Congratulations to you. We'll be back with our champ at the 9 stars right after this to reveal the big hidden number. All right, stars, would you all grab the tabs and give it a yank?
Pluck your tabs, stars.
Bill Rafferty.
I had the 30, huh?
You had the big 3-0 there.
She still has one foot in Escondido, doesn't she?
That's right. She was born and raised in California. I guess it would be logical for her to say Griffith Park, which is a lovely park, incidentally. But Central Park is indeed the best-known park in the entire world, right? For what?
Muggings.
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay, these two New Yorkers are going to mug you, right?
We're going to fight this out right here and now, but you can still come back tomorrow. It's okay.
All right, stars, you were wonderful. We'll see you tomorrow. Gene Rayburn inviting you to be here tomorrow.
John Bauman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Squares hour. See you then. Pow!
A member of our studio audience will receive a white sewing machine with 10 built-in utility and stretch stitches on one color-coded dial. Lightweight with built-in handle for easy portability, furnished by White Sewing Machine. Because inadvertently a rehearsal tiebreaker question was asked, it was replaced, and the program edited. This is Gene Woods speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.